Because when you graduated in 1981, when you came out of high school, you could go to work for a service station. You could work in any trade in America. You could go to college or college for a little bit or be a tradesperson, and you had an opportunity in this country, in this state, to prosper. And it's to see that in the early and mid 80s and the late 80s, and then even the prosperity we had in the 90s, and then into this decade, the earlier middle part of this decade, and then to have young children and see these children and grandchildren. Many people here have grandchildren, and to know in your heart that there's no way right now on April 15th of 2009 that they can go out after high school, let alone college, and make it. It's unbelievable. So many of you guys have been working careers, and maybe you're working the same job 15, 20 years, and then you're laid off. My company has always tried to not lay people off, but we had to do that in September, and it broke my heart. It's unbelievable. It's a bad feeling, and you know, it's easy to point fingers at bosses and say, "Oh man, when you're the person getting laid off, it's easy to say the boss is the bad guy." But when the government is wasting our money and passing stimulus bills without reading them, and thank God they admitted the truth, they didn't read it. Can y'all believe that?
Oh my gosh.
That's the most honest thing that we've got out of the government
how
in a long
our
time,
government
when they
is.
finally fessed up and said, "Hey, we didn't read the bill."
Replace them.
Yes.
It's time to replace them. It is time to replace them. One of the things that I feel like that if they want real stimulus, they need to cut the business tax rate. It's ridiculous.
Amen.